My dad grew up in Windsor, North Carolina. That's in Bertie County. He was one of 9. Farming was in his blood. That is how they survived back then. His mother, Ari, was quite an entrepreneur herself. She actually accumulated over 100 acres of land that the family still owns today. He worked through college. He went to Hampton Institute at the time. It's Hampton University now in Virginia. Worked milking cows to pay his way through school.
When we would go to Raleigh, he would tell me about growing up in segregated eastern North Carolina and the various things that happened to him along the way, which were shocking to me.
He was outspoken to make sure that the blacks in this community receive their piece of the pie.
We had long conversations. One of those was about the lawsuit and the outcome of the lawsuit. It was about the fact that no black agents were allowed to be directors of the local agencies. So he and several others got together to form this lawsuit. But because his name was first in the alphabet, it became Bazemore versus the state of North Carolina. And it went all the way to the Supreme Court, and they won. Now, he never became a director, but the others did, and that was what mattered to him.
When he decided to go into politics, it was a little bit of a shock. He'd been in the Extension Service for 30 years. It was because he was always committed to doing what was right, to investing in the community. It really did make sense. And I really feel that he helped to chart a course for Monroe's growth.
When we first got here, you didn't have to look either way when you were crossing Main Street. And now you better look both ways and look 2 or 3 times both ways to get across Main Street. So I think all of those businesses that are now in downtown Monroe have that to thank Phil Bazemore for.
Mr. Bazemore was a jack of all trades. He had a strong desire to help others. He asked the church to form a benevolent treasury to help people not only in our church, but in the community, and that this fund is still active in our church now. The trustee ministry of our church came together with the deacons and trustees and say, we believe that the name of this road should be for P.E. Bazemore. So the church agreed, he went through the proper procedures, and now it's called P.E. Bazemore Drive.
My father loved Monroe, devoted so much to the betterment of the entire community. And so knowing that he had spent so many decades of his life supporting the farmers in the county, supporting the city, really helping to chart a path for growth for the city, it fills me up because I'm starting to get a little teary right now. But I know he would be so proud and appreciative because whenever he traveled, he would always brag about what was going on in Monroe and Union County. So I know this would just be such a thrill for him.